The Patriots suck. We
Oh
suck.
no, we suck again.
Oh yeah. Oh no, we suck again. Dude, do you know that we had super chats before this shit ever started?
Wow, really?
Yes.
Really? On a day like today?
Yeah, well, there's a reason why. First up, Rafael Higoy.
Oh.
He says the $2 super
Can I
chat.
can I ban him now? I-
Yeah, you can ban
Is
him
it
here in a
okay?
second. Let's
Okay.
yeah. Rafael Higoy says it has to be New York Jets merchandise, shirt or hat. All right. Come on, man. All right. So basically, I have a bet with Rafael. Rafael presented the bet to me, and I thought it was a pretty good deal. So he bet me that if the Patriots win, he would make $100 donation, which in turn I was going to do something with that, not for profit, basically. And if he wins, if his 49ers beat the Patriots, then I have to wear some Jets shit. So I will I will honor the bet. I am a man of my word. I always pay my debts. This will be the first time in my history, in my entire life, that I've ever worn something as disgusting as the New York Jets. I will wear it on this Saturday's show. So this Saturday night, I will wear that
Only.
shit. All right, but only that Saturday. But Raphael, your team completely beat the crap out of us.
Demolished.
It wouldn't hurt as bad. Yeah, it hurts to have to wear Jet stuff, but it wouldn't hurt as bad if we gave it a good game. But our team looks absolutely lost.
Oh,
Absolutely lost.
people are giving you suggestions on what to wear. Thanks for helping out, you guys.
Let me get these super chats and then we'll get back to that.
Okay.
We have a $5 super chat from Psycho Mantis. He says, "I thought Belichick would be a winner without Brady." Yeah, well,
All these
when
takes are I've been thrown out the window. I was
yeah,
told for
when
20 years that it was some sort of system that any quarterback could run.
yeah, I did too. I'm so confused. All right.
In case you didn't see out there, both quarterbacks looked like shit.
Every quarterback for the New England Patriots this year has been garbage. Every quarterback. Okay? Why? Because the team hasn't changed. The offense hasn't changed.
and
They didn't add weapons from last year.
and weapons have been taken away on both sides. So that's a perfect storm of terrible.
Perfect storm of shit. A
Yeah.
shit storm. Thank you so much, Psycho. Luke R sends a $5.59 super chat.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. That is amazing. Consolation prize. Brady is still kind of awesome. What this means, ladies and gentlemen, is that Tom Brady has broken the record for touchdown passes. All right. Who is the man? Let's go. Tom fucking Brady, baby.
Now, anyone out there is with me? Have you heard anybody congratulate Tom? Has anybody said anything as far as
They,
like NFL people or any? Because I
they're
haven't.
furious.
I
They're
haven't heard
furious.
anything.
They're
So
furious.
if this is the first time you're hearing that Brady broke the touchdown record, trust me, you're not alone. Ain't the house?
Addy coming in with the $2 super chat. Guys, if you missed it this morning, the Browns and Bengals, I just want to take some credit that I said the Browns would win. And I'll admit, at the end, when the Bengals scored the go-ahead touchdown, I was like, "Oh my God, the Browns are going to screw me over and screw Eddie over." But no, Baker Mayfield comes down the field, throws a touchdown pass to Who the hell did he throw that to?
Yeah, who was it?
Some random dude. Okay, and it doesn't matter. Addy won. The Browns won. The Browns are 5-2. The Browns are 5-2.
Oh,
Now,
Donovan Peoples-Jones. That's his name.
who the hell is that? All
I
right.
don't know who that is.
So here we go. They lost Odell Beckham Jr. Is he hurt for very long, or was it just a game time or a game day injury? Well, I guess I'm sure Addy would know that. But that's the problem with doing post game shows right after the games. I don't get time to look at stats and look at updates and things like that. But I wonder, do you think the Browns like illegally filmed the Bengals in order to beat them today? What do you think?
I don't know. It depends. Who do they have up there? Did they have like some scouting guy up there? Just
I don't know. I'm so happy for you, Addy. We look. This is interesting. What is this? 10R. Let's see. Super
Rubles?
chat. Ruples. Is this? No. Ruples. That's Russian. But Pablo cannot be from Russia.
Oh, okay.
What is that?
What is this R?
Interesting. Okay, so Pablo Emmanuel Cavalcanti de Salis sends $10. He says, "You're too old, Brady. You're too old." Well, it seems like he's not so old after all. Guys, I want to say that if you saw the touchdown pass that went to Godwin, there's this angle where Tom is running to the side, full speed, and then he just darts it right to Godwin. Guys, that was freaking beautiful.
It was Rodgers-ish or
Yes.
something like that.
Dude, again, Tom has never done that. Not very often. I mean, he's done it, but not very often. But not only did he do it, but he looked like it was 2007. There was nothing about it, nothing sloppy. No, the mechanics were perfect. Everything. He's even running better. He doesn't. You know how he normally runs like a baby giraffe who's like just falling out of the womb and trying to. Yeah. No, Tom looks good, man. He even got a touchdown. Quarterback sneak. We all know that he is the master of quarterback sneaks. Thank you, Pablo. I appreciate that, man. Love seeing you here. I love seeing new people. See it twice. See it twice comes in with a $5 super chat. He says, "Watching Brady throw touchdowns, win games, and break records never gets old. What else doesn't get old? Thomas, Edward, Patrick, Aloysius, motherfucking Brady." Let's go.
I added a couple names in that. And by the way, since week 1, Brady is 153 of 232. That's a 65.9% passer rating, pass completion percentage, 1,671 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 2 picks, with 106.45 passer rating.
Yeah, and Copycat's right. He did run faster than Mahomes on that.
Well, everyone runs faster.
Everybody runs faster than Mahomes. All right. We've got Addy again with another super chat, $5 super chat. He says, first quarter, 0-5. 0-5. 0-5. 0-5. 1 interception, then 2. Do me a favor. Can you read that, Chuck? These aren't prescription glasses, and it's too small.
Oh, the one that says first quarter, right?
Yeah, the Addy one.
First quarter, 0-5, 1 interception. To the second through the fourth quarter, 22 of 23, 5 touchdowns, no picks. Baker woke up feeling dangerous. Also, the 1 incompletion was a spike to stop the clock for the game-winning touchdown. Yeah, Baker was pretty good.
God, I was watching. I was like, God, please do not let the Bengals win this. Not only did I pick the Browns to win, but I don't want Addy like completely falling apart. I want him to be able to say that his team is 5-2. and he's getting to do that. We're so happy for you, dude.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much. Now, let's talk first. We got a lot to talk about. A lot of crazy stuff today.
Already 71 people in here. We have just
So,
started 10 minutes ago.
first of all, I want to give a shout out to the 49ers. You guys
Absolute
have a
ass
great
whooping.
team. That sucked. Okay, and it hurt even worse because the ass whipping came down to Jimmy Garoppolo returning to New England along, if y'all didn't notice, Wes Welker. Wes Welker is
Oh,
coaching on the
right.
49ers. So they got their revenge or whatever the hell you want to call it. All right. So that's cool. But to lose like that at home, just Shaq, be honest with me. Did you see any fight in the players?
That's what I want to talk to you about. That's what I want to talk to you about.
Let's see here. Psycho Mantis, $5 super chat. He says Patriots are 2-4 and the Browns are 5-2. 2020 has been crazy. And you know what's going to make 2020 even crazier? Tom Brady's going to lead the league in touchdown passes. Wouldn't that be wonderful? He's got 18, guys, 18 through 7 games. So he's going to have to kick it up a notch if he wants to lead the league. But you never know. So he's going to have to start throwing four every game now. So yeah, Belichick says he saw effort. I don't know, man. I did see the defense trying. In some places, they were trying to get picks. They were trying to make things happen. But the offense, these guys look confused. Everybody looked confused. I saw Julian Edelman throw one of those Microsoft pad things. Like the
surfaces.
Surfaces. Yeah, they're like the generic version of an iPad. And I saw him throw it down, which I don't blame him. I would too anyway, even if I wasn't losing a football game, because hey, it's made by Microsoft. But that's not really the point. He did throw it down. He broke it. Got angry. It was just a big mess.
Now I want to say what I was going to say before I was interrupted.
Yeah, go for it.
Now there are a lot of people who talk about Brady always bitching and complaining and whining, but you know what? At least him and those teams that he was on, at least they looked pissed when something was happening, right? I mean, it looked like they wanted to be anywhere but Foxborough on that sideline. Clearly, no, there was no effort from anything.
Man, he threw 3 picks. 3 picks. Okay?
3.
And even the tilted one was his fault. Because he threw it behind Edelman.
Yeah.
You know?
And then
there's so many Cam. Dude, there's no excuses. Full week of practice. To my knowledge, the Patriots had a full week of practice. Cam has been back, okay? All week, right? There's nothing that I don't know about, right? So
yeah. And the worst part is that offense, it gave about 11 seconds between drives, so the defense was on the field pretty much the entire game. And I mean, especially that first half. I mean, the offense did absolutely nothing. So obviously the defense couldn't really do anything. And then you had guys like Juwan Bentley, who's been pretty good this season, had one of his worst games I think I've seen him have.
yeah.
There was a point in the game where Deebo Samuel,
Debo!
he catches a football and he says, "It's too fucking easy." And I can't blame him.
He did.
Can't blame him. Yeah.
He did.
Yep.
I was watching both games at the same time.
He said it's too fucking easy.
Dude, nobody would have said something like that against the Pats. Not
And without getting smacked in the mouth. on the next play, these
See,
guys just
okay,
seem like
that kind of shit. That's where we miss Hightower. Okay,
yes,
that's where Hightower's
yes.
missed because you saw him. You guys have seen Hightower in the mic'd ups. Okay, during the Super Bowls. What's he out there? He's out there chirping and chirping. He's like, "Hey guys, get it together." You know, he is just as vocal as Tom. We have a
Yes.
$5 super chat from See It Twice. He says Mahomes 1899 yards, 16 touchdowns. Tom Brady, the 43-year-old old man who has fallen off a cliff, has 1910 yards and 18 touchdowns. Suck it!
I really want to know what these media people are going to say tomorrow. I really, really do, because there's no excuses now. Like, you can't. What are you going to say? Like, it's just such a contrast. What can you possibly say? Yeah.
Exactly. We got a $5 super chat from Mr. A. Mr. A's in the house. He says, we're beginning to get psycho Tom Brady. That's what Skip Bayless referenced him to. And plus, Antonio Brown will be there Monday morning. Game over. That's right. Antonio Brown is going to be there. If he doesn't become a complete idiot,
That.
or as Milena likes to say, huge moron. Because see, if you hear someone insult somebody in a different language, it's much funnier. Okay. So the other
Yeah.
night, some idiot outside in a cab or something was playing like loud disco music, like sex, that kind of shit, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Techno.
And normally she just calls them morons, all right, with loud music. But because the guy was sitting there jamming to techno, I'm half asleep, and she goes, "Oh God, it's a huge moron." And she goes out to the window, and she's like, "It's a huge moron."
I
Close
love
the
Milena.
door. So I love that. Absolutely. If Antonio Brown is not a huge moron, if he can
And
just
that's a
be a regular
and
moron,
that's a big if. That's a big
yes,
if, because Antonio Brown's Antonio Brown. He wasn't unemployed for a year for nothing. Okay, so I listen. I'm not sure what Brady sees in him. I'm not. Like, I love Tom, but and we all have people that we associate with that we're kind of iffy about. And to me, I think Antonio Brown is one of those guys where I think Brady loves him. He feels like he can change him, but he's
that's what it
Antonio
is.
Brown.
Okay.
He's
But what
Antonio Brown.
I
And
know. But what do we know about Brady and not just Tom, but Giselle, his wife, is the same way. Now remember,
right.
never underestimate couples when they're married like that, okay? They have similar like things that they focus on. Giselle is all new agey and shit. She's one of those type of people that sits on the beach and takes a picture of herself in front of the sun saying, "Oh, all is wonderful in the world. Ooh, look, you see those pigeons
Yes,
when
look at the
they
palm
when they crap
trees.
on me. When they crap on me, that's them telling me that I'm part of their world,
Yes,
you know?"
the rain is a part of God telling me that it's wet and everything is okay.
Okay, so I think they believe that they can change Antonio Brown. I think they believe that they can help him, and
They
it's
have to.
honorable. It's honorable, but they wouldn't do it if he wasn't the best wide receiver in the NFL. Okay,
There's no doubting his football talent. His football talent is otherworldly. It's just that if he didn't have that brain inside of his head to go along with the football talent, he'd be, every team would be scrambling for him. But
two
it's
words.
just that.
2 words for you, Shaq. Vontez perfect.
Yep. Yeah. That hit ruined him.
Vontez perfect gave him CTE of the extreme kind. Imagine what his brain's going to look like one day in an autopsy. I mean, that thing is just going to be complete trash. It's just
And it's gonna come out with symbols, and like monkey's gonna fly out of it.
what kind of symbols?
Like symbols. Like, remember on The Simpsons
Oh, the
when,
monkey symbols.
like the monkey symbols.
So they're gonna open up Antonio's brain is gonna be.
Yep.
Okay. Why do I feel like that could happen? Or a
It will.
spaceship flies out. Woo!
Yeah.
Wow.
Just stay away from the clubs, stay away from the Tampa clubs, stay away from Twitter, Facebook, Instagram,
Isn't Tampa
all
Bay
that
like the
stuff.
strip club capital of the Southeast or something?
I would think so. Well, I would
Yeah.
say Atlanta is probably more so, but Tampa's a close second.
All he has to do, listen, Bruce Arians, when he was asked why he decided to go with AB, all he said was, if he screws up once, he's out. If he screws up once, he's out. What that tells me is that Tom went to Arians and said, listen, okay? Now, what I'm about to say, guys, I don't have proof of this, okay? But I'm just imagining how these conversations take place. But Tom said, listen, give him one more chance, sign him to a deal that where you can cut him and it doesn't matter, and give him one chance. I will monitor him. I will stay on top of him. I will make sure, okay? And if he screws up once, then you can take him. You can get rid of him. But just let me
Yeah.
see if I can work with him. And that's, I believe that is precisely what happened. So, guys, that the Raiders are a pretty damn good team. Okay, they're not
And
scrubs.
they scored first in that game. So when they get on, they can get on pretty fast as well.
It's just
that
they kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
As the game went on. But I think most important though for the Buccaneers is that they won on the road. And they have shown this year that when they're on the road, their discipline is terrible. And they seem to keep their composure for the most part. Except that offensive lineman, that same guy, the same guy that always, he did it today, but he didn't get in trouble, but he tried to pull some crap. But hey. But all the credit to the 49ers. Your team played great. I think we might have one or two 49ers fans in the forum right now. But props to you guys. I really wanted to win this game, and even besides, because I didn't want to have to wear Jets, gear. I wanted to win this game because to me it felt like a big game. It was a statement game. All right, we got the 49ers coming in, the guys who were just in the Super Bowl. I don't care if they're 3-3. I told you guys this last night. I said that don't be looking at that record thinking, I said they're better than that. They're just having problems. They're having injuries everywhere. They're having to constantly adjust more than most teams. Don't overlook them. And they are who I thought they were. But we were not who we thought we were. And as good as I think the 49ers are, I still don't believe that they're that much. Let me rephrase. I don't believe that they should have been that much better than the Patriots. Okay? And that is not a shot at 49ers, it's a
Right.
shot
That's
at
not
the
a slight.
Patriots. Okay? That's me saying that we are much worse than I thought we were.
Yeah.
I actually had us pegged. Can you believe this? I'm such a fool. I originally I said we were going to go 9-7. Okay? And then after I saw that Cam was making good progress, and when Bill made him the starter so fast, I thought that was big news. Like, my God, for Bill to make that decision so quickly, that means Cam must be badass, right? I mean, it's common. I mean, you would think that, right? So I took that, and then I upped it, and I said 12-4. Do you realize for me to be right, they're going to have to win every game now?
You know what? This makes next week a real make or break moment for the team. I mean, if you get to 3-4 and you hang a third loss on the Bills, who, by the way, they seem like they're in a free for all now because they lost Stephon Diggs during that game and a few other pieces. So, I mean, there's a real opportunity here to maybe get healthier and beat the Bills. Then you have something to build on. But if they lose, now you're 2-5, you're 3 games back, and a current tiebreaker back. I mean, I don't know what to say about these last two performances. They're bizarre and just awful, and resembling a team that I don't even resemble. But I mean, it's not death knell. It's not, doesn't mean it's a death knell. I mean, I was kind of overreacting in the chat,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's really a death knell. But I think next week is a make or break.
Yep. Okay, we have a $5 super chat from our big winner, our Cleveland Browns fan, Addy the Sordo. He says, I got experience with being a fan of an underwhelming team, so if y'all need someone to talk to, I'm all ears.
Did he really just say that?
How far have we fallen?
Did he really just say, like, is this how bad teams feel? I'm not used to this. Maybe I need to start getting used to how Addy and people like that feel, because I'm not used to this. This is a foreign feeling.
This is historic.
Maybe we do need experience.
I'm wearing the dumbest outfit I could possibly find to keep up with Cam, and yet this super chat has humiliated me. Did a Cleveland Browns fan just try to console us about how bad our team is?
Up is down, down is up. 2020, motherfuckers.
Dude, this is not good. This is not good. I don't like this at all. A Cleveland Browns fan is sitting at 5-2, telling us it'll be okay because we're 2-4. This year is the weirdest.
You know what? At least it's not a Jets fan trying to console us, because then I'd have to be like,
at least the Jets were in 2 AFC Championship games in the last 10 years. Cleveland Browns, I mean, they won 1 game in 2 years. They went 2 full seasons, going 1-31. Think about that. Wow. It's not good. Do you know that this is the first time that we've lost 3 games in a row since 2002?
Makes sense.
Do you guys remember 2002? That was the year we lost. We didn't make the playoffs. Tom Brady did lead the league in touchdowns, though. But we didn't make the playoffs. It was like a very odd year. Like a lot of strange things happened that year. It was right in the middle. It interrupted our dynasty. And you know who interrupted that dynasty that year? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh.
There's a lot of like
synergy,
you know, parallels and synergy. Exactly. There's just very strange things going on here. All right. So now, realistically though, I'm very happy for Addy. I am. I was cheering for the Browns.
Absolutely.
I was like, go, go, go! And then when they scored that touchdown, I was like, yes, go Addy. All right.
And I mean, on the other side, I mean, the Bengals, they got to be happy. I mean, Joe Burrow, I had my thoughts, I had my qualms on him, but it seemed like they finally found their guy as well. They've been looking for one of those for 10 years.
Joe Burrow is definitely not the weak part of that team. He is a good pick, but again, organization. The organization is garbage. Dude, I love this name. Never seen you here before, but I love your name and I love your icon. He's Tom Cat from Tom and Jerry.
Nice.
And his name is Shaka Zulu. I haven't heard that in a while, Shaka Zulu. He sends a $5 super chat from Shaka Zulu. He says, Brady is the most electrifying quarterback in sports entertainment. Tom fucking Brady can't be stopped.
It sounds like
Vince McMahon. Smell what Brady is fucking cooking. Boom, 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 boom. I can hear the rock music now. Yeah. So.
Oh wait.
Oh, it makes me kind of miss. Nice. All right.
I'm not impressed by your performance.
Oh, there are some people wanting us to talk. Dude, Aaron, your Steelers prediction, I mean, it could not be going more right.
Okay.
Still the only undefeated team in the league.
I was concerned. I was watching Titans. I was like, oh, shit. Ben screwed up. They got the pick. I was like, oh, man. I mean, what else could go wrong today? Because, you know, my picks weren't coming together very well. I mean, Washington annihilated Dallas, and we'll get to that in a second, too. But Pittsburgh, I was like, are they really going to do this to me? I was just saying how they're the best team in the AFC, and now if they lose this game, it will be the Titans who are the best team in the AFC. It's like, this can't happen. So sit back and watch, and the Pittsburgh Steelers pulled it off. I saw Mike Tomlin in an interview after the game, and he said, "I know that was sloppy, and it sucked, but we're undefeated." And I said, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
I don't care if you won 35-34. I don't care if you won 3-0. And I don't care if you won 50-2. The W is the same. All right.
Because when the Patriots went undefeated in 2007, there were some wins in there that were really iffy. Like the Eagles game, the Colts game, like those games were the Ravens, some of those were just so close and on the edge of your seat. You didn't know which way it was going to turn. So all that matters is the W at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I feel bad for Gostkowski. He could have hit the game winner, and he missed it. But he's been playing pretty well.
Yeah,
you know.
Clearly, I'd surely take him back for the Patriots.
Yeah, obviously his problems were the hip, and that clearly was the deal, because now he seems to be back to form. Other than that, so yes, Jason, I do have the. You want to hear it again? That's Chel Sonnen.
You absolutely suck.
You absolutely suck. Tonight, Cam Newton.
You absolutely suck.
That's right, baby. All right. But again, Cam played bad, but it wasn't just Cam. That offense, they were all over the place. All right, right now, I like this. Okay, so Rice Cream Man, welcome. I've not seen you here before. He says, I still think the Chiefs, Steelers, and Titans are the top 3 teams in AFC. I'm not sold on the Chiefs. Okay, now, and what I mean by that is I'm not sold on them being Super Bowl material. I know that they beat up on Denver. How bad is Denver's offense? How bad? That's not rhetorical. I actually want to know, how awful are they? Are they as bad as the Dallas Cowboys defense?
Oh my goodness! I just saw the score of that game. 40. How the heck did the Chiefs get 43 points?
Well, they got a kick return for a touchdown to add to that. But wow. I'm not sold on the Chiefs. I think there's something wrong there, and they run into a hard-nosed team, another one that's fully prepared. I don't think they can beat Pittsburgh. I don't even know if they can beat Tennessee. So
I don't think so either. I think their defense wants to get a better opponent. Yeah, and then Drew Lock went out of that game too.
But can I say, yeah, well, Drew Lock certainly wasn't. That wasn't going to matter. So, can we just say, how bad do we look, guys, when we lost to Denver? Okay, we lost to Denver last week. Now, I know, again, we didn't have practice and all that stuff, but we lost to Denver. It still is a bad look. Okay, the optics are not very good. We lost to Denver, and they didn't even score a touchdown. They won with 6 field goals. A week later, they get annihilated by the Chiefs in their own stadium. Just shameful. So, again, it's just bad optics.
As bad as I could feel, I don't actually feel that bad. I mean, like I'm trying to muster up feelings of anger, but I can't.
You don't have to wear Jets stuff.
Oh, well, that's true.
So,
Right, you're the
yeah,
guinea pig.
yeah. So, whatever. Oh, okay, Rice Cream Man it was Cobalt Scout. Okay, so I'm gonna have to change that on the super chat thing. So, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, if you guys change your screen names, you got to give me a heads up. So I'll change it in the super chat standings. Okay, Sterling Sapien. Thank you so much, Sterling. $5 super chat. He says, "Don't matter if it's an inch or a mile, winning is winning." Dominic Toretto. Exactly. I don't give a crap about how you win. I just only care that you do win. And that's why I was proposing that new interception stat, the new interception rule, where if you win the game, then that column, the interceptions you threw in that game, gets moved over to a different column that says interceptions with a victory. So basically, it cancels it out. I think that's important because the moment you win a game, every single bad thing you did in that game is irrelevant now. However, you would still want to keep normal interception stats for future reference. So if you're like betting on a game or if you're trying to look at a matchup for future reference, then it does matter. Those interceptions, even though that quarterback won the game, those interceptions could be a sign of something that's going to happen in the future. And then in the event that they don't win, what I am proposing is just for historical record, historical context. That's all. It's not meant to project. It's only meant to look back. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
And I think that's you play to win the game. Shaq, who said that?
Herm Edwards.
What team was he coaching when he said it?
Jets.
The Jets. All right. Good job.
I live here, man.
Hey, that was from like 2004. So
Oh,
you were
really? That long
young.
ago?
Yeah.
I
I
wasn't
think it
that
was
young. Was that
I think
2004? I was
you were like
15.
7. All right. Right now, who's the best quarterback in the NFL? Uh, Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
But who is the second best quarterback in the NFL?
Aaron Rodgers? Oh, wait, I forgot. Tom Brady.
What the fuck?
I totally had a brain fart.
The hell? Can I get a new co-host, please? Anybody out there? Anybody?
Get Chris Sims
Anybody?
because he would have said this if Chris Sims would have said the same thing. So
Chris Sims. Screw Chris Sims.
thank you. We had to get one in.
Chris Sims is a douche. I cannot believe that nobody picked up on what I did in that last video I uploaded. The video about no more no more foundations, no more politics, nothing in football, just football. And I cannot believe not one single person had picked up on what I did. I did some clever editing there. And I took a pretty good shot at Chris Sims. So that was nice. I actually got a jab in on Drew Brees, and I got another jab in on LeBron James while I was at it. So that was fun. Nathan Peterman is the greatest ever. Okay, you got me. You got me. Now, if we're talking about most epic person in the NFL, that would be
Gardner
Gardner
Minshew.
Minshew. I mean, clearly, it's Gardner Minshew. So
I mean, if that dude could walk out off the plane with his shirt off, he would do it because that's just him.
Yep. Absolutely. Tom Brady is playing lights out. Tell me right now who is playing better, who is better right now than Tom Brady other than Russell. Let's see your arguments. Somebody post something. HD, I appreciate the sentiment, but Brady didn't make BB Belichick. It was a
Okay. Yes.
cooperation. It's a
Can we?
cooperation.
Can
Yeah,
we please stop with that? Because
but I appreciate the shout out though to Brady.
yeah.
I like that because Brady's taking all the heat. Belichick's not taking any heat, but Brady's getting all of it. So I appreciate that. Listen, tonight during the fourth quarter of both Patriots and Bucs games, I posted on the Fun Island Sports Facebook page and I said, "Fuck you, Robert Kraft." Okay,
Mm-hmm.
there's a reason I said that, and some people seem to take offense to it. I just want to explain my position on why I said that. Because right now, Tom Brady is throwing to Gronk as if it's the old days. Okay, things are clicking so well, and now they're about to add Antonio Brown. And Tom Brady is playing better right now than he has in the last two seasons. Okay, he's better right now than he was in 2018 and 2019. If Robert Kraft keeps his prick in his pants, he doesn't get on film, they don't get him for that crap, then there's no lawsuit, then he doesn't get rid of Antonio. If Antonio gets to stick around, then that would have enticed Gronk to come back. And then we might have a different story in last year's playoffs, in last year's Super Bowl. Think about it. A Brady with Antonio Brown and Gronk with that defense. Because remember, week 1 against the Steelers. You remember that game?
Yeah.
That was the red coat was at that game. But you remember that game? We looked amazing. Everyone was like, "Oh God, the evil empire has actually gotten better."
And then week 2.
And then week 2, Antonio Brown shows up. They go to Miami, and it looked like Antonio Brown had been playing with Brady forever. Okay. And then it all fell apart due to various. We've been over that 1,000 times, but it just fell apart. Robert Kraft had to say, "Oh, I'm going to get rid of Antonio Brown," because he was in a lawsuit of his own.
Right, and Belichick did not want to get rid of Antonio Brown.
This
him
was
or
not
Brady.
Bill's fault.
So it's not on him.
So that's what I meant when I said that. It wasn't that I don't appreciate Robert Kraft in the past, okay? But I will say this. When Robert Kraft stayed out of things and left things alone, we won. The moment he intervened, look what happened. All hell has broken loose. Okay? However, with that said, what's going on right now is a lack of depth on the offense. Skill weapons, wide receivers, running backs, guys that are, you need some very proficient guys there. And Bill has not done enough, I don't think, for this season. I don't think he did enough last year in the end, only because I don't hold his feet to the fire for all of it last year, because he did trade for Mohamed Sanu. He gave up a second-round pick.
Right.
He clearly thought that he was doing something. He did that for Tom. Okay.
And Tom said, and by the way, about Sanu, Tom said that he wanted Sanu over there. So
it was just a bad get. It was a bad get.
Yeah.
Okay. There are numerous reasons why, but it just didn't work out. But what it showed is that Bill was still trying.
Right.
But this year, when we lost a lot of our players due to COVID and they set out, that freed up the cap, and that gave us around $27 million in cap space that we didn't have before that. Something had to happen. Okay, something has to happen. A move has to be made. I don't want to get you guys excited, but I really think that there is legitimacy to a possibility that we might trade for Julio Jones.
Isn't he hurt right now, though?
I'm just going to put that out there. You take him now because Atlanta is in that moment to where they're losing, and they might be open to a rebuild, so to speak. Okay, you take him now, lock him in for the rest of his career. Done deal. So
I think a much more attainable trade that to get is Evan Ingram from the Giants, because I don't think they're really doing much. I mean, they're competing, obviously. And by the way, we have to talk just quickly. I know this game happened Thursday, but
Oh God,
Daniel Jones. Oh my God.
poor guy. I feel so bad for him.
I mean, it's like, what did you get tripped off? Like the grass or Casper's foot? I mean, he just ran a 70-yard head of steam and just toppled over himself. But anyway, I think Evan Ingram is a guy that I think would be a lot more attainable than a Julio Jones, because the Giants are, they really don't do that much of anything as far as trading. And, Belichick, former Giant, I think that might be a little bit more worthy. Oh, and by the way, Arthur Blank, you're an idiot. Could you please stop going down to the field
You would think
before
he
the
learned his
game
lesson.
ends? You're a dumb idiot. Like, stop doing that. That jinxes your team all the time. Just stay up on the field until your team wins, and then go and celebrate.
Wow. So honestly, guys, doesn't it just make you happy though that Brady is now back in the top 5 quarterbacks? Isn't it just awesome? And I believe he's number 2 right now. But no matter what, even if you hate him, you have no choice. You have to put him in the top 5, right? Even if you're the biggest hater, you have to. So I think that's awesome.
Oh, Julio was on the field. Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't paying attention.
I didn't know that Julio was hurt, but
I thought he
maybe
was.
I missed it or something. So
Hey, Tiffany. Hey, what? The Skype lines are open, folks. So if you want to call, you can.
you
Search
know
Vinyl Sports.
we've never
The
had a
Skype.
female caller before.
Yeah.
Who is going to set the record? Who is the first female to call? Okay. Who is the first female to call? And no, Chris Sims, you don't count. You don't qualify. Neither does Maxine Kellerman.
Or
Although
Nikki White.
I'd
Or
love
Nikki,
to punch that
right.
in the face. So this is interesting. William Arnold says Bill Belichick brought in weapons, and he makes a list: Deion Branch, David Givens, David Patton, Randy Moss, Wes Welker, Julian Edelman, Aaron Hernandez, Rob Gronkowski, with the exception of Troy Brown, of course, that he was brought in pre-Belichick. Deion Branch cannot be considered. What? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, I know why he's saying that, because there's this argument going around that, oh, Belichick didn't do enough for Tom Brady. Tom Brady would disagree with that argument. Because
but is that response to what I said? Because I wasn't talking about career. I was just talking about
I'm
last
not
year.
sure.
Oh,
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what William was replying to somebody saying, oh, it was, but yeah, I just think that this year, and I'm agreeing with you, Aaron, when I'm saying this, it's the roster's at a down point. Like, it's clear. And obviously COVID isn't helping things. The players who've opted out are major players: Dante Hightower, Patrick Chung. Like, those are major, like, those are captains on the team. So when you have and then you have the injuries that they had 2 guys go out today. When you have all of that, again, it's a perfect storm of things to happen. And, the philosophy of Belichick, it tries to limit that roster turnout as much as possible. They've had down rosters before, but the thing, Brady could cover those things. Now, that it's obvious that Cam Newton can't, and obviously Jared Stim can't. But again, Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time. So I think we really need to lower our expectations, and we really need to just this is the way it was going to look without him anyway. But it's just all these extra things that have been piled on has made it worse. And to me, it makes me appreciate Brady even more.
Well, there's some good to this as well. Next year, the kind of cap room we're going to have is insane.
Yes. And the
All
draft
right.
picks.
So you're going to give Bill Belichick a huge amount of cap room, and well, if it keeps going bad, that draft pick actually is going to be pretty high, and then he'll be able to trade that off into 2 or 3. Okay. Give him that with a big salary relief. Next year is our year. Okay. Don't lose heart, guys. I would just recommend from now on, we just hope for the best, but just look for next year. It's a weird year. It's the COVID year. Our quarterback had COVID. I mean, it's just everything's all screwed up.
Yeah, games are being rescheduled all over the place. They're playing the Bills next week, and the Bills, they've just had a guy go out with COVID. So it's, just slow your expectations. Because to me, I could be a lot more angry than I am about games like this, but I'm just not, because it's like, after this show, I'm gonna pop in a 3 Games to Glory DVD and watch the good old days, because that's the only thing that can make me happy.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though, like, just watch Tom, enjoy Tom being Tom, and at the end of his career, and next year it'll be okay. Again, I'm not saying give up on this year, but it doesn't look good. Okay, it just doesn't look good.
The fact that Tom is looking better than he has in the last 2 or 3 years. I mean, he's shattering every immediate argument you could possibly be shattering right now, and that makes me happy.
Addy, really? Rebuild? Of course it's a rebuild. There's nobody on the damn team. Not one guy on offense right now would be a starter somewhere else. Outside of offensive alignment, I mean, of course.
Yeah, outside the secondary and other plays,
I mean the offense. Sorry. Did I not say that? Yeah. No, the defense. I'm happy, and we're going to have Hightower next year, so it's all is going to be fine. So we have a super chat from Rice Cream Man, $1 super chat, and he says
nothing.
$1 from Rice Cream Man. Okay, cool. Thank you, man. If you meant to add something to do that, let me know, and I'll post it.
Addy says he's bullying us.
I know, man. He's being a real dick.
Oh, right. Can you imagine? Right. You finally get 5 wins out of your team, and now you're feeling all big shot now.
Oh yeah. He's got it all figured out now. So absolutely. He's feeling really good about himself. So all right. Yeah, it's not good.
I think Rice Cream Man was trying to say Matt Ryan to the Pats. I'd take him in a heartbeat.
Guys, everybody knows that I love Matt Ryan. Big Matt Ryan fan. Okay.
I love him too.
But he is going to be in the same position.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not going to look like the way he looks in Atlanta.
Yeah. Right now, Matt Ryan's throwing to Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones, and even if Julio's even a little hobbled, it doesn't matter because he takes up space. If you guys remember in Super Bowl 51, Julio had an ankle problem, and what did he do to us? All right. So actually, Julio Jones, by all rights, should have won that game for the Falcons. That catch could have ended it for us. But Matt Ryan has got guys, and he's got Todd Gurley. By the way, I want to point out, if you guys saw the end of that game when Todd Gurley costed the Falcons the win, he was supposed to stop at the 1-yard line, okay? And so they could kick a field goal and run out the clock with 0 time left on the clock. He pretended that he didn't want to score, and he was trying not to score. That was on purpose. Make no mistake, Todd Gurley scored on purpose because he wanted those stats, and he thought his team would get it anyway, and he didn't think that they would lose that game. He really didn't believe that Detroit. He pretended that he didn't want in, just like Bradshaw did. Remember Ahmad Bradshaw in the Super Bowl,
Oh
where
yeah.
Belichick let him go, and then he pretended to score, but then he just fell ass backwards into the end zone. He wanted a Super Bowl touchdown. He did not want to give up a Super Bowl touchdown. I mean, he had to have it for himself. Todd Gurley did that because there's a lot of question marks about Todd Gurley if he's any good anymore. He needed that touchdown for his stat line, and that's what he was doing. He faked it, and it cost the Falcons a victory. So in true Atlanta fashion, they lost another game because of it. And I was surprised, by the way. I was surprised because I remember when Gurley on the Rams, he actually did go down for his team, but this is different. This is different. Now everyone thinks he sucks, you know. So he's trying to prove something.
Oh, who's the mask?
The Mask, welcome.
Good movie.
He sends a $2 super chat. He says, "Y'all do know Breeze just came off bye." Yeah, last week. Yep. Why? Did somebody say something about that?
I guess
Do
in
you
the
know what that's
chat.
referring to? Oh, okay, in the chat. All right.
It's going so fast, I can't follow.
Yeah, we got a very active chat tonight. Okay, guys, I do have Skype open for a few more minutes. If anyone wants to call in, bitch or complain or whatever it is you want to do. By the way, how shitty is the Dallas Cowboys? Okay, now listen. I know that Andy Dalton got knocked out, but that didn't change anything. All right, that was in the third quarter. They sucked anyway. Incoming.
Yeah, and by the way, oh,
Hello.
What up?
What's up?
What up? So
Everything
our
all
wonderful
right?
friend from Deutschland, and I think
Yeah.
I can add one more here. Hopefully, let's see how this works out. And I need to read some super chats first, guys. So hang on, bear with me just for a second, okay?
No problem.
sure.
John Thomas Chavez sends a $5 super chat.
Oh, the mask sent another $2 super chat. He said Breeze will get that record back
Oh, okay.
because he's a Saints fan.
Okay, I'll pull that up in a second. John says, "I've been rooting for the Browns, but if Addy doesn't quit it, I will purchase the Patriots and trade Stephon Gilmore to Pittsburgh." And oh, okay, I get you now. The Mask sends another $2 super chat. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. He says Breeze will get that record back. Oh, it's going to go back and forth. Dude, this is a battle all year long. It's going to go back and forth. It's going to be awesome. And can you believe it's happening in the same division? How perfect.
But will Breeze be back next year? That's the question. Will he be back to continue that back and forth?
That could make the difference.
That is
Yeah.
his last year.
We got a $5 super chat from Jeff Lemos. No message, but thank you so much, Jeff. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, so right now on the line, we have got Dennis from Germany, and we have got Jalen from Washington, D.C., a Redskins fan. Dennis, of course, is a Patriots fan.
Not anymore. Since they changed the name, I stopped being a fan of the team. There was only one way I was going to root for them this year, and they benched Alex Smith. That was the only thing I was rooting for because I watched that whole documentary on him.
I know. I'm so mad. So what happened today? They beat Dallas. Who was the quarterback? Kyle?
Yeah, they did. And here's the thing. I just wanted to say that, like, you can't look at the Redskins as, like, tanking or trying to do good because, like, the Redskins could end up with the first round pick, or they could end up in the playoffs as the division winner. And everybody in our division is like that, or in that division is like that, because it's only like one game separating them. I believe the Giants can still go on like a 2-game winning streak and be number one in like 2 weeks. It's like the most ridiculous thing ever. Oh, and by the way, I do have evidence of the Tom Brady is the one that made Belichick, and I would like to cite the Cleveland Browns as my evidence.
Okay.
Before Belichick got there, the Cleveland Browns went 4 out of 5 years going to the AFC Championship game. Like if you check the records, that's what I sent you on Twitter. Like they went to the AFC Championship game 4 out of 5 years. He got there. They only won a playoff game once.
Yeah.
Out of the 5 years he was there. And then he got to New England and had like a losing record his first season, had a losing record in his second season until Mo Lewis hit Bledsoe and Tom Brady came in and saved his job and saved his career and made him what people think of as the best coach in the game.
Do you think he doesn't realize that though? He's acknowledged that.
Yes, but that is my evidence for Tom Brady was the thing that made Belichick. It's not equal. It's not equal.
Yes,
it
is equal. It is
no,
equal.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Because Belichick.
But I'm not gonna go through this. I'm not gonna go through this. We can move on to Dennis because we don't have a lot of time here.
One thing to Jalen, Belichick made a good roster, and they won the Super Bowl in 2000. So
no. Tom Brady took a roster that had Troy Brown as his best receiver and won a Super Bowl. Tom Brady took a mediocre offensive roster and won a Super Bowl.
What about the defense, Jalen? What about the defense? The defense had a lot to do with it as well.
If you're a defensive guru and who people constantly say,
defensive guru, you stopped the greatest show on turf on the Super Bowl.
You.
Yeah.
And by the
what
way,
do you have to say?
So great, then why did Tom Brady have to score the last second down to win?
Yeah.
It's not like they won that on an interception touchdown.
I like the Chargers game against Jacksonville a lot today. Herbert played really great, and I saw that Nick Wrong credited Tom Brady for the win today. And if Tom Brady even makes the haters appreciate him, wow.
That's what I said earlier. I said that the media people are going to be doing some tap dancing tomorrow because they have nothing else to say as far as Brady's concerned, especially when you have games like this.
All right, we have another.
Like it was a fluke. I guarantee it. There's a bunch of media people that'd be like, it's a fluke. Max Kellerman, Nick Wright, all the people who always talk bad about Tom Brady will find something to say.
Oh yeah, always.
No, I think Nick Wright is cleared this week.
We'll get back to him in a second. We got a super chat here. The Mask sends another $2 super chat. Thank you, Mask. He says, "Wait until Mike Thomas gets back." That's a game changer. Absolutely.
When is that going to happen? He hasn't been back the last 5 weeks. I have him on my fantasy team.
Yeah, me too.
The Mask. He further says, "Obviously, I'm a Saints fan. I want my quarterback to have all the records." Oh yeah, of course. Hopefully, we get to the Super Bowl this year. Yeah.
They need to win the division first, okay?
The NFC is so tough right now, you know.
I think they'll also say that the Raiders defense sucks. I think they'll say something. They'll trash the Raiders defense for why Tom Brady was able to throw 4 touchdowns and rush in for 1.
Oh well. See the Saints fan here. He says you're up 38-20 with 3 minutes left, but still throwing the ball. Yeah, playing for stats. Hell yeah. If anybody deserves to be a stat whore, it's Tom Brady. Okay,
right.
Tom Brady never
there
gets
was
the stat
time
whore.
for them to come back. If they don't score there was still time for them to come back. I think that was actually to try to win the game. I don't think that was stat whoring. I think that was like, how can we win this game and like put it away?
Yeah. And they wanted to run it 2 times, so.
But what I'm saying is, even if somebody wants to say it's stat whoring, okay, I don't care. The guy played in a conservative offense his whole career and still put up those numbers. Yeah, I mean, imagine if he was a stat whore this whole time. So
we wouldn't have so much. Whoa, beautiful pass.
Oh right, I forgot that game started. I've had the TV off ever since
What?
the game.
All right, we have a $5 super chat from Elf of Courage. He says, "Doesn't look like we're going to have a winning season this year, guys. Still a Pats fan though. Yeah, it's not looking great, but you never know. Listen, all that has to happen is if this is assuming that Cam still keeps the job. I think he just got benched for today. I don't think he'll start next week. But if he just can get back to that form that he used to be, and these guys can
or
just
at least,
start,
or the game he was in the first 2 weeks.
yeah, even that. I mean, we can pick up some wins here and there. There's some losses on the schedule. Baltimore's is clearly going to be a loss probably.
And
But
by
there
the
are
way,
some
should
wins.
you blame Belichick for the loss since he gave Jimmy Garoppolo to the 49ers like 2 years ago? I mean, like, I mean,
another argument that we've had that's been proven wrong.
what,
No.
that he gave him away?
No, he sent Jimmy
That's
to a
what
team
should
where
Jimmy
his
Jimmy wanted to start, and Brady wanted to start, and Brady's still the better quarterback. So you trade Jimmy away.
Brady was in an MVP season that year.
Like,
Right.
you could have just told Jimmy, hey, Tom Brady has like 5 rings. You have none. I don't care what happens. We are not starting you. That's what I would have done.
And Jimmy wanted to start.
And Jimmy,
so
he has an agent. His agent's gonna tell him you need to go get a starting job.
Tough shit. He was under contract. Tough shit. He could have just they could have just let him walk the next year.
Well,
what are you talking about?
Jalen, when they let him walk the next year, they get nothing for him.
So?
Yeah. So we got picks.
You got 1 pick. And by the way, what I mean by
zero
is you could have probably gotten like a first and a second round pick if you had actually shopped them around instead of calling up your little buddy in San Francisco and going, let me make sure Jimmy G gets to the best situation possible, and just treated it like a business. Like I hear all the owners and GMs say all the time.
Okay, Jalen, you're right there. All right. Technically, it's true, okay, that Bill didn't do what was best for the team. He did what was best for Jimmy. Technically, he gave him a favor because we have a million reports saying Cleveland was offering a first-round pick. So that's obvious, right? But at the same time, he had to do something with Jimmy. He had to move him. He was going into the final year where Jimmy could opt out. They were going to lose him. The trade deadline was coming, and if they don't trade him then they just lose him straight up.
I am fine with Jimmy opting out the next year, so
or
I don't
if they
see it as a problem.
So you want to keep him for the remaining 2017 season and get zero usage.
I would have sent him to a bottom basement feeder team that had no chance of winning. That would have given me a bunch of picks for him. Yeah.
But that's a different argument. What I'm saying, I agree with you that Bill did not do 100% what was best for the team, but at the same time, he had to be traded no matter what. He had to be traded. One way or another, he had to be traded.
Like when we say this, we got to realize it was like 5% what was best for the team and 95% what was best for Jimmy. Because
I don't know about the percentage.
If you keep Jimmy on the team, and especially if you keep him the following season, you have to pay him upwards of $25 million. And the way that cap space was that year, you're not paying both Brady and Garoppolo, especially Garoppolo, who's sitting on the bench.
Doesn't pay anyone else on the team except for the damn cornerback.
No, you needed to pay him.
He always manages to work it out other times.
No, you're not going to pay him. You're not going to pay a bench swarming quarterback $25 million. That's not going to happen. Period.
Yeah.
And no offense to Jimmy, but he's not the reason that they won today. He is not the reason the 49ers destroyed us today.
Not in a millisecond.
The running game destroyed us.
Absolutely.
And we destroyed ourselves.
Yeah.
Dude, some of the throws that Cam had today were just atrocious. Like
They
it
looked
was
like
just like,
hospital
So
balls to
bad.
me.
what the hell?
Like he was throwing hospital balls. I was like, that's not what I'm used
The
to.
interception to the linebacker, I thought, what are you doing?
We have a $2 super chat from the Saints fan. I'm going to start calling the mask the Saints fan. By the
That's the
way,
fourth
the
one.
mask. Have you ever seen my documentary on Bountygate? You should check it out. It's on this channel.
Nice video.
2 parts. Thank you, man. He says
Let me
thoughts
look
on
at
NFC East and playoff seeding. Okay, my favorite subject. Here we go. I said this before, and I'm going to say it again now that this guy sent a super chat and wants to know what's up. I believe that if you win your division, but you have a losing record, you are disqualified. I do not believe that winning the division should automatically get you in the playoffs unless you have at least an 8-8. But I personally believe it should be 9-7. Okay, I don't think you should even get in at 8-8. But I will compromise and say, okay, you can do that if you want. Okay, but that's what I believe, and
Yeah, I want to know.
it's. I know they're never going to change this, but they've got to. And I honestly think that a lot of people would agree with me. I really do. You know. So what? Repeat. I didn't hear you.
happening.
I also think that the reason that a lot of the Patriots players have opted out this season is kind of a result of the success they've had and the fact
No,
that
it's not
it's,
because of Tom Brady.
no. Well, that's part of the reason, but I also think they like a lot of them already have their rings, and because of the fact that Belichick doesn't pay anyone but like the quarterback and the cornerback, like
That
they
has nothing to do with it either. It's because
Yeah.
of COVID.
had to save their money.
Dante Hightower just had a child. That's one of the reasons.
Okay,
During a COVID season, you can't be
also
playing football.
I'm not finished. They also believe that they also had that because of the way Bill Belichick pays people, they've had to save their money, and they actually now go, wait, we can afford to take a year off because we've actually had to be smart with our spending, and we can't. We like they don't have like They don't have people with like $100 million contracts, so that they had to be so smart with their money that they've actually unknowingly saved for an event like this because yeah, like some people may have wanted to take off, but I think some of them probably said, like, I can't afford to take off for a year. So, like the fact that Bill Belichick doesn't really pay people, and the fact that they've won a lot, you play for 2 things: money and rings. And I think since they've had to save their money and they've already got their rings, it was easier to make that decision.
Yeah, I think that's one reason why Antonio Brown will be silent when he arrives at Tampa. He plays for jewelry now.
He can't screw up anymore because he needs that money too. He's going broke fast.
Yeah.
Okay,
and now
we have
he plays
another.
for a ring.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
think he's going broke. He lives in Florida. There's like no state income tax. Like I don't think he's been stupid with his money.
No, I said if he keeps getting lawsuits, he will go broke.
Oh,
So we have a $2 super chat again from the mask. This guy is on fire tonight.
That's his
He
fifth
says,
one or sixth.
he says, for example, Eagles are under 500 and still eligible. Exactly. It's
Yeah.
disgusting. It's stupid. It's absolutely revolting. If I could go to NFL headquarters and tell them this to their face, I would. It's a disgrace to the sport. I mean, imagine, guys, a team with a losing record going to the playoffs while an 11-5 team won't get in.
Aaron, that's
about
what
that.
I want to mention.
The Patriots were 11-5 and didn't get in one year.
Yeah, because the Chargers got in when they were 8-8.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's bullshit.
You have the Eagles in the NFC East, and now look at the division from Seattle, Arizona. All teams are above 500, and one or two might not get into the playoffs.
I mean,
Elf
I
of
think
Courage. Elf of Courage sends a $2 super chat. He says, "At least we can beat the Jets. Go Pats." Well,
what if that's the Jets' first win?
don't
Jets' first win
Please don't.
comes against the Patriots. Hey, you
don't
thought about
put
that?
that in my head.
If the Jets win, we should tank for Trevor.
Oh no, because the way this year is going, I almost feel like it's possible.
Yeah, but other teams are ahead of us as far as the taking. I mean, who's won? Somebody else won 5. The Falcons, right?
Yeah, and the Falcons snatched defeat out of the jaws of victory today.
Like they always do.
Yeah.
They're professional losers, guys. They're professional losers. And I call them professional because it's one thing to lose, but to lose when you're winning all the time. You fired your coach and you're still doing it. So who's the problem here? It's like, where is the
management.
source? I mean, this is obviously an infection
I know
of
what
the
source
entire
is. The source is Tom Brady.
organization.
When they were down 28-3 in the Super Bowl, every single time they see a team coming back now, that's all they remember. He psychologically screwed that team for years to come.
Is it just me, or did Jalen make a very good, coherent point just now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never thought
Poor
about
Atlanta.
that.
Poor Atlanta. Like it's not just their football team. Like the baseball team just lost. They were up 3-1. Like Atlanta
He
is
did.
like,
He screwed them up. He
And
screwed them
December
up.
they start
I mean,
winning.
yeah,
yeah.
right. Tampa wins the Stanley Cup. They're in the World Series, and the Buccaneers are 5-2.
Psychologically screwed a team up that he was going to go into the division of later.
That's
Professional
smart as play.
losers. Professional losers is all I can say. I mean, nobody in recent memory has come up with a more inventive ways to lose than the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, they're just so good at it. And hey, but I called it, didn't I? I said last night, remember, I said the Lions and Falcons game. I said the Lions blow a first half lead and they lose in the second half, but the Falcons will lose in the fourth quarter. It's exactly what I said. I knew it'd go back and forth.
It lost in like the last 20 seconds or something. 40 seconds or something. They technically won the game with no time on the clock. Like they like I don't know if Detroit led. I mean, if Detroit was behind for the whole game, but if they were, this would be like the second time I can think of where Atlanta lost when the other team had a lead for 0 minutes. Like because in the Patriots game when they that Super Bowl, the Patriots literally led for 0 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we got 2 more people trying to call in, so I'm going to let you guys go, okay?
Okay.
All right.
No problem.
All
Have
right.
a nice day.
Thanks for calling,
See ya.
guys. Appreciate you.
No problem.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so Elliot and Addie, y'all can go ahead and get through now. Sorry, if I take more than 2 extra people, then it wigs out and nobody can. And besides, nobody can understand who's saying anything. It's all just chaotic. So, but yeah, so it looks like Addie and Elliot were trying to get through here. So you're welcome to join us. Boom, 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 boom. What a crazy day so far. And how is the Seahawks looking right now?
They're up 13-7. Kyler Murray just scored a touchdown to D-Hop.
Kyler Murray? You mean football baby?
Yeah, football baby.
I'm Kyler Murray. I'm a little football baby. I still say Seattle's got it. Where is it? Is it in Seattle or in Arizona?
Arizona.
Interesting. So division games are so bizarre. It's so hard to tell who's going to win what, with those things. So, okay. So weird. What the hell? All right. By the way, guys, I don't know if you saw the show last night, but I want to tell you guys my brother's band. He has a live concert tonight. It starts in exactly 1 hour from now. I'm putting the link to the YouTube channel right there in the chat. It's a band called Magnificent Lie. It's a special live concert, COVID type concert, or however you want to call it. So,
Hey, so
check it out. It starts in approximately 1 hour from now.
how y'all doing?
Hey, Elliot, how's it going?
I'm all right. You
Where the
can
hell did
see,
Shaq go?
huh? Shaq? Was he
Yeah,
here?
can you call back? Can you call back?
Give
Yeah,
me a
just
second. If I can,
yeah.
all right, all right.
Hang up and try again. That was weird. There we go.
Oh, what happened?
Here comes Elliot. I have no idea. He jumped in somehow. I didn't even accept it. I don't know what the hell. Skype. It's ran by Microsoft. So
Yeah.
the only thing Microsoft does well is Xbox. So all right. So Elliot, how's it going?
I am fine. I'm perfectly fine.
How are you feeling
Six,
about your Ravens? You happy with them?
it's been a little rough. I mean, how did we almost lose to the Eagles? That doesn't make any sense.
I
That
don't know.
makes
We lost
no
to
sense.
Denver last week.
Huh?
This season's weird, man. Everything's
Yes.
out of whack.
It's the weirdest NFL season I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I'm glad that Tom Brady and the Buccaneers are doing well. I mean, this was. What did you think was worse, the Super Bowl blowout or this? Because
You mean collectively their whole season?
yeah,
The Super Bowl blowout, because that is going to leave scars on the history of the NFL. I mean,
because they were
that's not just an Atlanta meltdown. That's the all-time meltdown. So
yeah, because they were idiots for trading John Gruden away in the first place. So, how many touchdowns did Brady throw for? 4 or 5?
yeah,
So
wait,
he threw 5. So he threw 4
4.
touchdown passes. Was it 4?
And no, actually no, it's three touchdown passes and he rushed for 1.
Oh, I see. I gotcha. Yeah, I can't wait to see. Rob Parker was as quiet as a church mouse when he saw that the Buccaneers blew out the Packers last week. He was. I watched that video, and he
Sure.
was quiet for the entire video. He was as quiet as a church mouse. I tell you what, he was quiet.
Speaking of these jackasses,
Yeah.
Nick Wright, just the other day, Nick Wright said,
What did he
"Oh
say?
well, Tom Brady's not as bad as Peyton Manning was in 2015. He's not as bad. He's not as bad." Well, when someone says that, what does that sound like to you?
That sounds to me like Tom Brady hasn't been playing well, but that's on the
It's a backhanded compliment to me.
Exactly. It's basically Tom Brady sucks, but he's not sucking as bad as Peyton did.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you, Nick. Thank you. Well, I'm sorry, you little pipsqueak, but Tom is better than your guy right now. He's having a better season. He's playing better than his guy. So
Yeah, it's true.
the problem is that Nick Wright on that stupid show of his, he never gets challenged. They never give him somebody to challenge him ever.
I miss Chris Carter. Chris Carter challenged Chris. I miss Chris Carter. I miss that dude. He was the reason I watched that show in the first place.
Wow, Elliot, you were right. You were right.
Well,
Brady had See It Twice just told me Brady had 4 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing.
oh,
Wow.
really?
Brady had 5 TDs today. That's
He had
incredible.
5 touchdowns.
I could
don't
have sworn
believe
there was.
that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, RiverX Phenom, you mentioned that you didn't get a notification. It's the new system is very strange. On that, there's a little bell icon next to the subscribe button, and make sure that's solid gray, and then you'll always be notified for everything. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. And that's good advice for all of you.
Of course, Eddie pops on the line drinking. Of course he does.
What?
Like the first shot we see of you, man, you're drinking.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, so he threw for 4 touchdowns. I wonder. The big one is Max Kellerman. I wonder what he's going to say now. I wonder what he's going to say. He's going to say, "Oh well, Brady clearly hasn't been the same player for the past few years," or something like that. He's going to say something dumb. I guarantee.
I know exactly what he's going to say. He's going to say, anybody on that team can win. If you put any quarterback on that team, and they're going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Well, that team is very similar to last year's team. Okay? Very similar. The only thing they added was Gronk. And up until this game, and then maybe a little bit of last week, Gronk wasn't even a factor.
Yeah.
So explain to me again how anybody can do that. I'd like to know.
Yeah. And
the last time Bruce Arians had a good quarterback, he had Carson Palmer, and they had a pretty damn good team in Arizona. They even made it to an NFC Championship. But now he's got the GOAT.
13-3, right? 13, 2015 Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah. Made it all the way to the NFC Championship.
And got blown out.
So, yeah, but he still got there, and that was with Carson Palmer, who's a very good quarterback. Not a Hall of Famer, but he's pretty good. And now you've got the GOAT, and the GOAT is playing better than the last time he was playing this good was 2017 when he got MVP.
Yeah.
He's annihilating every record you can imagine. But Addy, now that you're on, let's talk about your boys. I want to hear you brag because we've got 2 guys. Elliot and you are both NFC North fans. Let's hear what you got to say.
Well, I was watching your show yesterday. About how you said the AFC North is like the most brutal division in football. So I kind of took that to heart because you know something? It is. I can't deny it. It is. We are the most cancerous, hard-nosed division in football. And
Addy, how you feeling right now, man?
I'm confused. I'm not used to this. I hope it's something I learned to get used to.
Yes, I agree absolutely. And you know what the amazing thing is? You want to know what the amazing thing is?
What's the amazing thing?
The Tom Brady was able to play well against the AFC North teams. He was able to play well against the Steelers and the Ravens. Like, we may have beaten you guys in the playoffs a couple of times, but you guys are still 7-4 against us.
Yeah.
Because I mean, and you want to talk
the Baltimore Ravens have been a thorn in our ass forever.
No, we ain't as bad as the Broncos though. We ain't as bad as the Broncos.
I think you're worse.
Well,
I think you're worse collectively. If we go all the way back, okay, I think they're worse because Denver had their moments, but then there was a long time where they just were nothing. But the Ravens, even years, remember this, Shaq? Even years when the Ravens weren't even a good team, they were like a
Yeah.
5-win team. They still went to war with us. You remember 07? They almost beat us. Won because of a pass interference call that got thrown, and then the Ravens they threw the flag into the stands and then got another penalty. They almost had
Yeah.
us, and I don't think they won 5 games that year.
We had us dead. We had you guys dead. This started all the way back in 2007. I agree. This whole thing, 2007. We played you guys, and we fought constantly afterwards. It was brutal.
Yeah,
because that was back when Steve McNair was still alive.
listen, the reason I have worse memories of the Baltimore Ravens is because they were more consistently annoying. And that is a compliment. Okay, that's a compliment
Yeah.
because listen, in 2011, we barely got past them. Barely. I mean,
Yep.
barely. Okay.
In 2009, you got
2012, they took a Super Bowl from us and then they won. 2009,
Yep.
they completely annihilated us at home.
Yep.
That was so embarrassing. Now, 2014, they went up on us 14-0 in the divisional.
Yep.
We come back, then they go up on us again, 28-14. And then we have to come back again. That was the most stressful freaking game I'd ever been a part of up until that point.
Geez, how do you think I
that's
felt
that's not a Super Bowl.
I know. How do you think I felt when we played the Broncos the year we beat you guys in the AFC Championship? That was, you want to talk about you being stressed out. I was on the floor when I saw that.
That game was crazy. That game was crazy. Okay?
I was on the floor when I saw Jacoby Jones catch that pass. I was amazed.
How did he catch that?
Huh?
That's crazy. But I want to ask you, as a Ravens fan, why the hell did they not give Peyton the ball to go down and try to score before overtime?
I don't know.
What the hell was that? Now, John Fox has Peyton go out there and kneel it. Dude, the Ravens were clearly on fire. All right?
Mm-hmm.
They were clearly in the zone. You give Peyton that ball, you get downfield. And yeah, that was a crazy game. But that bomb from Flacco to Jacoby Jones, it was weird because Jacoby had to kind of reposition his body.
Yeah.
And the Denver Bronco defender, I can't remember, was it Champ Bailey?
Yeah.
He got a little confused. Like he kind of turned the wrong way. And then there it was. It was just a very strange sequence of events. And then they came in and they beat our asses. That sucked. That championship game hurt. That would hurt.
Hey,
so
that Addy, you're not Addy. Well, hold on, Elliot. I want to hear from Addy. You're pretty quiet for a fan of a team 5-2.
Yeah, Addy, what's up? Speak.
Sure, go ahead, man. Speak.
I mean, it's nice. It's pretty nice. It feels good. But we faced the Steelers and Ravens again.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun.
And?
Well, we can make it to the
Dude,
playoffs.
Addy, you're 5-2. You're 5-2.
He's like, I think he's still in shock.
I am in shock. I'm not used to this.
Yeah, I'm not.
So you don't know how to
record either.
I don't know how to react. I don't know what to feel.
So basically, what's happening to you? It's like when a really insanely hot girl just walks up to you randomly and starts hitting on you, and you're like,
yeah, like they automatically just start making out with you. You're like,
what
me
is going on here?
Me?
I'm calling now, actually.
Yeah, it's like that.
Are you drunk, Eddie, tonight? Are you doing good?
Hey,
I'm
do bears shit? I would
somewhere
so
in the middle.
I'll talk back later.
Okay, talk to you later, man. Bye.
All right.
What was that, Eddie? I didn't hear that.
I'm somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle.
I'm not
Okay.
sober, but I'm not drunk. Like, I got a nice buzz going on.
Nice. So I want to ask you, towards the end of the game, when Cincinnati looked like they were going to win, did you think it was over, or did you believe? Be honest.
See, for a second, I thought it was over. But then I remembered the whole rest of the whole game. It's like, oh, Baker's on fire too. The offense is rolling.
Yeah.
So we have a chance here. We can get down the field, kick a field goal, tie it up, go to overtime, and we have a chance there. But I read something that basically got everyone in the huddle and said, we're going for the win, no matter what. And that dime to Donovan Peoples-Jones, that was beautiful.
I'm really happy for you, man.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic game. My chest started to hurt. I started yelling. It was good.
Today was a crazy day for football. A lot of eventful stuff happened today. See it twice since a $5 super chat. He says, the Doppler radar is picking up intense and destructive winds coming from the vicinity of Nick Wright's nose. Please pray for all nearby residents. I hate that guy.
Gonzo is jealous of Nick Wright's nose.
I hate that guy.
I love Gonzo. He's my favorite Muppet.
I hate that guy.
Just want to point out one thing real fast.
Go for it.
Lamar Jackson only lost to one quarterback in the AFC North. And that's Baker Mayfield.
Think it'll happen again?
Maybe. If I had a bet on it, I wouldn't.
All right. Well, I'm happy for you, Eddie. I'm going to go ahead and get off here so everybody can watch the concert and then catch up on the Seahawks game and get that going. So, been a great show. Eddie, we're all rooting for you. We're all behind you, of course. Unless you're playing the Patriots, that's always something that we have to reserve there, of course. But other than that, I definitely root for you guys. So, and I did love the shots you took at us today. That was hilarious. That was you gave me an opportunity for some good material there. That was a good setup. I liked it. Nicely done. We deserve it. Guys, good night. MLFMC, you have a good night as well. And
thanks for watching, you guys. We had I think we had 100 today. Not our record, but are pretty damn good. So thank you guys for watching.
And if you're new here, please subscribe and stick with us. We're a big family here, and I think you'll like being a part of our community. So, and we don't big up anybody. Everyone's important to us, and I try to get to all your comments. So, talk to y'all soon. All right. Have a good night. Bye.
All right, y'all take care.